Here with Barry Greenstein. What do you think of your nephew's prank on 2+2 yesterday?
Well, I was kind of surprised that he would do that and sign it as my name. I guess I was just as surprised when he went on my girlfriend's account when she went on a cigarette break and played on, lost some of her money. So he's kind of brash. He's 19 years old. He's frustrated that he can't play in the World Series. He's a very experienced player for a 19-year-old. I was busy, as I said, losing money over at the Bellagio. I didn't know what was going on. And then early in the morning, I got a call from my son, Joe. He said, "What's this thing about a rabbi?" And I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he actually texted me, and then Joe texted me back and said, "I didn't think so." Because Joe knows I would have talked to him about it. But when I came home, I cleared it up by posting on 2+2. And, I was a little surprised at first that he would have kind of the audacity to go on my account and post as me. But in the end, it's a harmless prank, and people had fun with it. So, I think it's no harm, no foul.
And do you log out of your PokerStars account then before you
I
leave?
do now. Now that I know he's at the condo and capable of doing something, I didn't want to take any more chances. And so I'm definitely logged out every time I get off my computer.
And in your book, Ace on the River, you said that being a professional poker player is very hard on a family, and it's very hard to raise a family like that. If you had to do it all over again, do you think you would choose the same path?
I think I would, especially the way it's turned out, where poker's gotten so big and I'm in the middle of it. I think it's turned out to be a pretty good thing. I had a lot more second thoughts a few years ago. Every time my kids would act up, and I have 6 kids, and all of them were tough when they were in the middle of their teens. And when I go through the tougher times where they get in trouble or not do well in school, I generally just blame myself, that I was out playing cards, and not as much as a lot of people. I didn't leave town to go to tournaments until my youngest was 13 years old. So I did stay home, but the hours I kept were late hours. I often didn't eat dinner with the family, and normally I would come home at 7 in the morning, maybe to take them to school or see them in the morning, and then I'd sleep during the day.
And why do you think more poker players haven't followed your lead in donating to charity or giving up some of these huge winnings that they come across?
Well, I think a lot of poker players have followed my lead, and if they were doing well financially, they would. It's pretty tough nowadays with all these tournaments. The expenses are really high. I can't give away as much as I did before. People still need to take care of themselves and their families first before they can branch out. But we do see people giving 1%, 2% here. So I think it's not fair to say that they're not doing it. It's just if you're a young kid and you're 25 years old and you win $1 million, you should be putting that money away for your future family, not giving it away to charity, because you still might need it. I didn't do that when I was young either. I waited until I felt I had my family taken care of.
And you've been a regular in the big game for a long time now. What do you attribute your success and your longevity to in poker?
Well, I have a lot of experience because I played poker since I was 12 years old on a regular basis. So it's, a lot of these younger players will be the future big game players. If that game still exists, it might not, because poker's changed. Now people play big on the internet, and now tournament poker gets all the attention. So it's not even clear what poker will look like in 10 years.
Who's the toughest people that you've come across in the big game?
Anyone who survived for many years is a tough player, so they all have my respect. I really can't pick anyone out over anyone else.
And you have a lot of family following your footsteps, it seems, getting into the poker world with Joe and possibly Michael in the future. Do you have any advice to people like them who are young and considering getting into the game for a living?
Normally I advise people to do something else, because there is a lot of non-productivity in playing poker, and it can just swallow up your life. So I generally don't advise people to play poker for a living. I've always told my kids I do it so they don't have to. And my son Joe went to college, got his degree, never played poker until he was 27 years old. He did other things. So he has accomplishments, and he does some things in media. Joe's certainly multidimensional. And Michael knows that I won't even help him with poker until he graduates from college. And the same with my son Nathaniel. My son Nathaniel's 19, and he'd like to go into poker, but I've kept him away from it.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Barry. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.